You're locked into Wide Open Wednesday with Fred Fletcher and Nick Leach. Okay, kids, keep your hands inside the ride. It's going to get fun. Here we go. All right, welcome to Wide Open Wednesday. Randy, pick your head up. You look like you're dying over there, sleeping. Earl. All right, Aaron Burke. Aaron, I owe you something. I will give it to your husband tomorrow. Marty thinks he's hot shit now because he got 2 Wide Open Wednesday decals, but we'll fix him tomorrow. He will have a present for you when he comes home. So you had a Pat moment. Yes. Well, Marty had a Pat moment yesterday, and 3 other people were looking for Wide Open Wednesday on Tuesday. So Fred had to point Marty in the right direction. Me and Marty have been working on the same job out in the heat, and I think Marty forgot to put his hat on, and his brain got fried a little bit.
Crazy from the heat.
Doug McGill is with us. Now, if you were planning on going to Wall Stadium, this Saturday would be the Saturday you would like to go to Wall Stadium. It is Legends Night, and they are going to have all kind of legends. They're going to have all kind of cars there. Doug McGill is got some cars lined up, some vintage cars. There's going to be all kinds of past champions there. This is the night that you want to go to Wall Stadium, and yeah, not only because of that, but if you haven't been, the changes there are phenomenal. The food is good. The racing's been good. Everything's been good. I hate to keep beating the same horse, but the horse ain't dying at Wall Stadium. I can tell you that right now because they got a good thing going there. I watched Bridgeport last night. Good racing last night. Ryan Godown picked up the win. He also picked up the win in Orange County. Yeah, it was good racing last night at Bridgeport. And they're showing some of these events on Prime, on Amazon Prime. So if you got an Amazon Prime membership, check the sports part of your Prime live video, and it'll give you a list of the races that they're going to have. I'm thinking next year you're going to be able to pay a couple extra bucks, and you're going to be able to get to watch some of these short track Super Series races, some other stuff, some USAC stuff. I know they've had some of that stuff. So, well, what we'll do is we'll bring the master, Mr. Miyagi, in here, Earl Kraus. Good evening, Earl. Earl, we finally got a chance to go racing last week. That was beautiful, wasn't it?
It was great, wasn't it? Great night of racing. A lot of family atmosphere, a lot of family winners. It was really
yes.
Banner night was great. Yeah, it was
yes.
like that tradition. Had a great time. I know you logged some laps on your golf cart, not around the track, but throughout the midway and pit area.
Yeah, it was good. Me and Brooke were riding around finally did a pit walk beginning of the night, and we got to talk to the top 3 the last time that we got to run, which was in late December, it seemed like, because everybody had cabin fever. And now we're starting to get to the point where the guys know that, all right, Nick Leach is here. I got a chance of getting interviewed, win a heat race, do something, set quick time. And it was really a really, really good night. So, and it was an exceptional night for, now, how do you say their last name, Earl?
Bolello.
It was an exceptional night for the Bolello family.
There you go.
Because Nick won, Ryan won. And of course, we all know Mike. He sells the tires there. He does the tire stuff.
Yep.
But Mike actually looks like Anthony Gargano from 97.5. You ever see that guy on 97.5?
No. Right.
could pass for his brother. But anyhow, Mike is the father. Nick and Ryan are going to come on. I see Nick was in here. Mike's sitting in the green room right now, and he looks like he was drinking something. I don't know. What do we got in the green room today, Earl?
In the green room today, well, we had some, let's see, it was some fried rice, chicken fried rice, nice potato on the side. And I understand later there's going to be some key lime pie for dessert. So thank you. You guys are great.
That's a lot of starch.
Boy,
That's a lot of starch. You ain't kidding there.
Those are great there.
Oh, you can wear it out. We can't wear it that way.
All right. Now, if Nick or Mike get a hold of Ryan, see where he's at, and then we will bring you guys on real quick. Where's Ryan at?
There you go.
There we go. Now we got them all. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And we are going to do this. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
We got all these guys in one spot. Can everybody hear us?
Yeah, we can hear.
Mike?
Hi, Ryan. Hi, Nick.
I can hear you.
All right.
Now, Mike, you're up top with Earl. You could reach down and smack them at any time. Just your hand will go right through the screen. Yeah. Mike, you got to be pretty proud. That was a pretty good night, Saturday night for the boys.
I'll tell you what, Nick, that was definitely crazy. It was I don't want to say unexpected, but they both won a little bit quicker than I thought they were going to be able to in their respective divisions, But yeah, it was definitely a dream come true. Had a lot of family and friends there, and again, to see them both win at Wall is awesome.
Now, let me do this real quick. When was that?
That was 2013. That was the first ever 4-cylinder race at Wall Stadium.
That's right.
Well, you know what's cool about that? The boys can say, well, Dad, I won, and you never won. So, see, now you can say you won.
That's true. But I will tell you one thing, Nick. It took me, I started racing in, probably 1994, and it took me all the way until the 2000s to win. No, I didn't race every week. I'd have seasons where I'd race 1 race, 2 races, 3 races. And it took Ryan, I think, 7 or 8 races in each division. Nick, I think this was like his 12th factory stock race. So they definitely got there a little bit quicker than I did.
Well, the other thing that happened on Saturday night, we had banner night, and this happened.
Oh, yeah.
You guys won the banner contest, so that was pretty cool. And I was just saying to myself the whole night, I'm like, wow, this is kind of a family deal. And of course, this happened.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, this happened. So I said, me and Earl talked after the races were. I said, Earl, we got to get them on.
Right.
We got to talk to them. And Rye, how was the racetrack Saturday night, brother?
I was actually very surprised. We haven't been on the track in I think 6 weeks, and right from practice, it had a lot of grip, and I mean, the car felt great, so I can't complain.
Now, Nick, that was your first factory stock win, right?
Yep.
Well, you guys got a lot of fans, man, because the people were going nuts. I mean, and Earl and them guys were having a good time up in the tower,
Yes.
talking about it. And Earl, you know these guys better than I do. You got any questions you want to ask them?
Well, let's start off here. You mentioned it with Mike winning the 4-cylinder feature on back in, it was 2014. And
14.
yeah, it was well, let's see now. It was 14 years ago. You know what makes that neat, Mike? And I remember talking to you that night after that win. That was 14 years ago, almost to the exact weekend.
Really?
That your sons both won.
Very nice. Yeah. See, I didn't know
July
that.
14th,
Awesome.
July 14th, 2012. So, and this was July 11th that both Nick and Ryan have won now. That's pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yep. So, and you're a history teacher, right? In Old Bridge,
Yeah.
high school history?
I am. Yes.
You know me, I love history. So,
Oh, yeah.
that was pretty cool.
No, Earl, you don't know nothing about history. What are you talking about?
Earl is history.
Earl is history. Exactly. But yeah, I got to know you guys. I'm a dirt guy. And now that I've been to Wall Stadium a few times here, Mike, of course, talking to you and getting to know you and getting to know your family members here, your boys. Wall Stadium is just happening this year. It's the place that you want to be. You talk to all these guys, and I am so proud to be a part of that now. And I tell her every Saturday night, New Egypt, if they opened up, they'd have to run Friday nights because Nick Leach ain't going nowhere on Saturdays. I'm staying
That's
right
good.
at Wall Stadium. Got to talk to the boys, and it's cool to do that because people get to see that when we do the Facebook Live stuff and all that. If your grandparents aren't there or your girlfriend's away, she gets to see you on Facebook Live. That's basically why I started doing that for the heat race winners. A lot of guys ain't going to win the feature, but they'll win the heat,
Right.
and then they get the recognition that they deserve. So, but you guys stole the night. It was a family outing there, man. You won the banner contest, 2 features. Dad was walking around with a smile from ear to ear. Did you sell a lot of tires, Mike?
Oh yeah, this was a big week with the tires for sure. We kind of obviously go on, different off weeks sometimes for some of the lower divisions, but this was a week where everybody was getting tires, so it was really busy, and I didn't really get to see a lot of the practice. And Ryan, I saw one of his runs, and the car seemed like it was turning a lot better than it had been. Nick came to me and said, "Hey, I think we need a little adjustment." So I kind of talked it through with him. But one thing I love with these guys, and it's something that is pretty rare, I think, with the young drivers, is they work on their stuff themselves. The running joke in our shop is that if I'm working on your car and something gets messed up, it's your fault, because I love racing and I love driving. I love being a part of it. But I'm not really that good at working on race cars. I'm a history teacher, and I can do basic stuff, but it comes to setting the stuff up, it's not my forte. And both of them have dove in, even for when they were kids, racing quarter midgets and stuff like that. And they both work on their car, and they load it, bring it to the track, and do their thing. And again, I'm selling tires, they're unloading their cars, and they're racing with their buddies. And that was the coolest thing too, when especially when Nick won. I mean, all his buddies wanted to come down and celebrate, and because they're all part of the team, they're all part of the crew, which is definitely cool. And Nick, I don't know if you know this, but my son Nick is actually a better dirt driver than he is pavement driver.
Oh boy!
Oh yeah, he won a bunch of USAC regional races on dirt and quarter midgets. He won slingshot races at Bridgeport. He's only really, he kind of got sort of hip checked into Wall Stadium because I only wanted to race one night a week, and Wall's always been my home. So that he's kind of converted into a pavement driver.
There's a lot of guys that do the dirt and the pavement, but talking to Nick and Ryan, you guys had to be ecstatic Saturday night. Ryan wins, and then Nick wins. You two guys kind of looked at each other and said, "Hey, we cleaned house tonight." You know what I mean? And it was cool. It was really cool to see the fans get excited for you guys. It was more exciting to see how excited your father got when you guys pulled that off. And then, I parked my cart right there by Victory Lane, and then all you guys getting your pictures taken over there in Victory Lane over there. And it's just cool. You could tell how close you guys are. You could tell how close your families are. And this is what Wide Open Wednesday is all about. It's about bringing guys like you in here. I said, we got to bring Dad in here too, because I get to talk to your dad on a Saturday night. And I'm like, yeah, Mike's cool. We got to bring Mike in here too. And then I found the picture. I said, we got to put this picture up here. I said, he'll definitely remember that. Now I know he's a history teacher. You know what, kids, if you're listening to this show, I wouldn't want to get on your history teacher's bad side. That's all I'm going to tell you. So, but yeah, it's cool that you guys get to race together on not against each other, but on a Saturday night. It's the same track. You guys get to all hang out. What do you guys do when you're not racing? Rye, you go first. What do you do when you're not racing?
Well, I played baseball in college, so the last 4 years, that's what I spent doing every summer, spring. So on a Saturday night, it was kind of like a hobby to go racing. But now, since I graduated, just working and just kind of always in the shop.
All right, Nick, what do you do?
I work full time, and then other than working in the shop, I go out with my buddies and hang out. I used to play baseball, but then I stopped doing that, and I just stuck to racing. But other than the shop, I just hang out with my buddies, really.
Now, what kind of shop are we talking about? Where you work at?
Right in our backyard, actually. We have a garage. So.
That makes it easy, right?
Yep.
So you both
Let's
work
shout out too
in the
to
garage?
Nick there. That Nick, I know you do some very fine body work. That you did the body on the number 5B, the factory stock, and that was the car that got rave reviews at the motorsport show when it was in the World
Right,
State booth.
right.
And
Yep.
really beautiful car.
Thank you.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
to
nice.
be banging fenders out there at Wall Stadium if you do all that body work.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know. I'm trying to keep it pretty, but now I won, so if it gets a little beat up, it's okay.
That's
We got
okay.
enough pictures of it.
Is
Right.
there any plans to go anywhere else besides Wall? Do you guys plan on going racing anywhere else?
As of right now, no. It's nice and close to home. I've traveled hours and hours for baseball, so I enjoy the 15-minute drive down the street and to get home in a reasonable time. But maybe we'll do like an evergreen run for King of the Green or something like that at the end of the year, but nothing planned for the future.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, I know you won 3 factory stock features yourself back in 2023 at Wall. And then this year, you got the ride in that absolutely gorgeous number 11 at Matt Saban and his wife field at Wall. I know Ricky Collins drove for them last year. How did you get that ride? That's a prime ride in the sportsman division, and you certainly put it in victory lane. How'd that work out?
Yeah, so I met Matt and his wife in 2023. He sponsored the factory stock when I was running the past 3 years.
Right.
Last year, they kind of just had the car sitting there, and he wanted to come back to Wall. And probably in the summer, he reached out. We were thinking about doing it. And then at the end of the year, I got the opportunity from Kevin and Frank to run the backup 48 car for the last 3 races of the year.
Kevin
And-
Davison. Mhm.
Yep, that went well. So I got to thank them. And then that kind of secured that ride for this year.
That reminds me, you mentioned Kevin Davison. Of course, 5-time champion, 39-time winner at Wall Stadium, including 100 lapper already this year. You had veteran Kevin right behind you throughout that race in your mirror. What's it like having a guy like that right behind you? And you were hitting all your marks too.
You know, it's a lot of pressure when it's the lap 4 and we have that restart, and he was supposed to start 6th, and then he's already a 3rd. You know that he's going to give you a hard time for the rest of the race. But
Right.
for me, it was just such a cool moment to race with him.
Oh, yeah.
He gave me my first opportunity really in the division, and even having Ryan Coulthell up there, like that's my neighbor.
Yes.
So many laps in the scooters and everything in the backyard. So it's just a very cool moment just to be sitting there and just being able to look to my right to see him and then Kevin behind me.
You know, in that same thought, Nick, you had Chris Lane, we call him the Night Train, right behind you. And I know he won a modified feature at Wall a number of years ago. I believe it was 2013. And he's also been a very fine full fender racer, including Nick. You remember him at New Egypt. So,
Oh, yeah.
What was it like having the Night Train behind you, Nick? Kind of pressuring you.
Yeah, once we broke away and I saw I had a pretty good distance, I knew our car was fast and he wasn't really catching us that much. And then we caught the lap traffic with the 27, and then he hawked me down from there. But after that, I think I would have been to hold him off if it did go green. But with the yellow, I knew I could have a better shot to have him battle with the 86 and just break away and run away with it.
Well, Lee Greenwood and I were on the microphone during that race, and we were saying you were hitting your marks, you looked smooth, and even when you were getting into the lap traffic, they're kind of approaching it. We figured, okay, you got this under control, and Chris ran you nice and clean too.
Yeah, definitely thank you to him. And then my brother and my dad both saying, don't look in your mirror because then you're going to start messing up and you're going to lose or overdrive it. So I looked probably 10 times in all, maybe 15, and then that was it. I just try not to look in my mirror.
That's it. Just look through the windshield, right? Yep.
Yep.
That reminds me, the car that Chris has, that 88, is that one of the former Bololo family cars?
Yeah, I raced that one time at Riverhead, and then we were debating on keeping that car or the car we have now, but we stuck with the car we had because it's a good car.
You made the right choice.
Yeah, he did.
Good. Hey,
Well-
we got Nick, you brought up before you had the banner up there. Your sister Genevieve made that banner, right?
Yep.
Yeah. How long did that take to create? Because that was obviously a prize winner.
I'm not sure. I walked walked inside from work one day, and then I saw the banner spread across our kitchen counter, and I was like, "Holy crap! When did you guys make this thing?"
She did a great job. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "Wow, this is super nice."
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
That was 2 days. That was 2 days of work for 2 days in the making for Genevieve.
Was
Going
it?
and paints and stuff. And yeah, she was working on it. with Kate, who's Ryan's girlfriend. She helped her design it and stuff like that. And actually, they painted it on my dining room table, and some of the paint actually went through to the dining room table.
Oh,
So
my
right now
goodness.
it says Curbside Cravings at Napa on my table. I'm leaving it after Saturday. I'm leaving it just like that.
Oh, that's great, Mike. Yeah.
All right, you guys want to mention any sponsors before we let you go?
Yes, I forgot a couple, but Napa Auto Supply, Jersey Shore Contracting, Professional Therapy Associates, Curbside Craving, Surfside Collisions, Hart Financial, and Seabreeze Ford.
Very good.
All right, go ahead, Ryan. Your turn.
All right. Of course, Curbside Cravings, Bussin' Empanadas, Unique Party Concepts, Van Wickle Napa, Earthman Turf Professional Associates, and Boardwick Race Engines.
Dad, you got anything you want to add?
I want to thank you guys so much for having us on. This is an awesome awesome podcast. And Nick, I really appreciate Earl. You know how I feel about you. We talked about that. You're
Thank you, Mike.
at that racetrack, so I love it. But Nick, you've been a great addition this year.
Yes.
And I love our team at the track. We have a great team. If we can just get this darn rain to stay away for more than 1 week at a time, I think we can really get some stuff going. But it's definitely cool. You're doing a great job of highlighting these racers and highlighting the sponsors, and that's what keeps the sport going.
I think what we need to do is we need to get some racing in. We need to get the rest of the year in with hardly any effort. Just get the races in, get people enjoying what they're supposed to be enjoying, and throw this 2-year lease out in the trash and just keep Wall Stadium around for many years to come. I think if we start getting on a roll here, I think Pete and Fred will be satisfied with what they got. Hopefully the people that own the track will be satisfied with what we're doing, and we'll be able to stay there for many years to come.
I agree.
All right, guys, we're going to let you go. We have other people waiting in the wings. We're going to take a pause for the calls. Thank you guys for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Thank
We couldn't
you.
do it without you.
All the best.
Thanks,
Thank
guys. I
you.
appreciate it. Yep. Thank you. So that being said, Earl,
That was great.
what
That
a
was
family.
excellent.
They
Yes.
are the coolest.
Yes.
They are the coolest.
That's what Wall Stadium is all about. We
Yep,
spent
absolutely.
generations.
Yep. And the cool thing is we have Earl here because Earl knows all these guys. I mean, I asked them to come on and they came on. Earl got me a couple numbers, and nobody's ever said no to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and if they do, I said, you can't let Earl Kraus down. He's a legend. You got to come on. So that works out pretty well. And then Fred's an easygoing guy too. So, all right, we're going to take a pause for the calls here, and we're going to come right back. And we have some people from Maryland International Raceway that are going to come on with us. Let's go here. Righty. Who is all the rage? Sage Chiropractic. That's right, Sage is all the rage in chiropractic care. Dr. Carey and Dr. Mike will take care of you and all your back needs, and they specialize in other things too. Give them a call, 215-497-0700. They have all the equipment, all the stuff you need to get yourself in shape. They're the people that give Fred his adjustment so he can drive his race car on Saturdays at New Egypt Speedway. They are our official sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday, so go see them. If you have any problems with your back or any other problems you think you're having that are related to your back, you got to go see Sage because they're all the rage in chiropractic care. So see Sage Chiropractic. Their phone number is 215-497-0700. Go see Dr. Carey and go see Dr. Mike. Yes, definitely. They're the people to keep Fred straight and keep him going where he needs. Bob Drayton Incorporated has been locally owned and operated since 1955. Their goal is to provide excellent customer service and quality rentals to every client. They have a large selection of rentals and solutions for every project or every event you have. You can count on their experienced team for fast and courteous service each time you call them. And they have a 24-hour emergency service, locally owned and operated since 1955. That's over 70 years, gang. Licensed and insured, free estimates available, 24-hour service, military and senior discounts, quality products, and an excellent customer service. Check them out, gang. They're located at 151 Big Hill Road, Southampton, New Jersey. Their phone number is 609-859-3629. And they race, that's right, New Egypt Speedway, Bridgeport Speedway. Bob and his son race the 4-cylinder class, and they sponsor the class at New Egypt Speedway. So when it hits the fan, he's your man, and whatever you eat, he's got your seat. They have a 1-800 number, and it's 1-800-521-2014. So whatever you need, give Mr. Bob a call, and he'll help you out. They are official sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday right here on Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. Mr. Bob, he's on the job, and you should be too. Let's talk about transmissions for a minute. You want to get to victory lane, you can't be in low gear. You got to be in high gear. I'm talking about high gear transmissions located in South Jersey. That's right. We specialize in repair, refresh, and troubleshooting your Northeast Dirt modified transmission. That's right, high gear. They specialize in Burt Generation 1 and 2 transmissions, and they also service Winters transmissions. It's home of the modified number 13P, driven by Anthony Tramontana Jr. They have reasonable pricing, quick turnaround. You can pick your transmission up at New Egypt Speedway or Bridgeport Speedway, and you can find them on Facebook at High Gear Transmissions. Now, these transmissions are serviced by a great tech, Anthony Tramontana Sr. You can give him a call at 609-385-3084. That's right, High Gear Transmissions. You know, the season-ending season, and you're worried about that transmission, you're worried about it getting serviced, why not call High Gear and get it done? They'll take care of your transmission. You won't have to worry about it. When you put it back in the car, you'll put it in gear, you'll go to victory lane, you'll be in high gear, and you'll be a winner with High Gear. That's right, you'll be a winner with High Gear, and they are official sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday. As soon as I get done messing around here, we'll be able to do what we do. We've got to do one more commercial here, gang. You got wheels that's seen better days. Don't replace them, revive them. That's right. Vibrant powder coating and wheel repair. Bent rims, scuffs, no problem. Vibrant makes them smooth and strong and stunning again. From the street to the strip, they'll make your ride shine like new custom colors, flawless finishes, and durable coatings that turn heads and handle heat. Give them a call today at 1-267-566-6842. They're located at 569 Unionville Avenue, Pendle, PA 19047. That's Vibrant Finish. For all you need in powder coating and wheel repair, they make your ride look sweet. So give them a call. That's right. They definitely do. One of our proud sponsors here at Wide Open Wednesday. Every once in a while, you go to my Facebook page and you'll see what they do. And their work is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
They're about ready to powder coat some of your stuff, ain't they, Fred?
Yeah, but get the car out there.
All right. We get the car out there. We do what we do. Now, what we are going to do now is we are going to do this. Let's go up here. This guy, Mr. Randy Davis, I met him at Maple Grove. We drove the courtesy car at Maple Grove. Came down from Maryland, and we became friends ever since. He was on here one other time before, but now he's going to bring a special guest on here with him. So we'll do this first. Hold on one second. Do this. So now we'll bring Randy on here. We'll bring Mr. Gates on here as Mr. Gates drives. Fred, you probably want to work on his car because he drives a jet dragster.
I would.
So
I volunteer.
he'll volunteer. See that? You got a mechanic already, David.
I'll
Welcome
take it.
to
I'll
Wide
take
Open
it.
Wednesday, my
It's
brother.
been 40 years since I touched a jet. You have nothing to worry about.
Look, it's just like riding a bicycle. You'll never
Okay.
forget it.
Well, there you have it. Now, Randy, tell us what's going on at Michigan International Raceway and tell us about Mr. Gates here.
So, Maryland International Raceway. Can you hear me this time? I'm not screaming.
Yeah, it's about time you got the right stuff. Okay, tell your sister thank you.
Oh, Jan did a wonderful job. I hope she's listening. So I just got bad news. This weekend has been canceled.
Because of rain.
Yep, because of rain. I just got the message. Rebecca called me. The fine folks at
All right,
Maryland.
you're done, Randy. Out of here. No,
Yeah, we're a happy show. We don't want no bad news.
we don't want no bad news.
Oh no, we're still happy.
All right, go ahead.
I was just going to say I'm the messenger, and I would like to thank all the hardworking people down at Maryland International Raceway: Royce Miller, Jennifer Hunt, Rebecca Hammonds, Chris Higgins, and Sheila Howard, doing always a great job. And I got to throw in 2 weeks at Maryland International Raceway, there will be Bike Fest, and that's put on by Jason Miller. and they pull probably between 900 bikes down there.
Wow.
And a lot of the Maple Grove folks, that's how I met them. They were down MIR, and I got to meet them, and they were like, "Yeah, this is cool." And yeah, it's so cool. Like Keith Allison, definitely. But we're not here about everything like that today. That's in 2 weeks. We're about Mr. David Gates, because this person is spectacular. And my sister always says, if you ever hear me say spectacular once, it's a drinking game. So, hey, look, he drank. Do you see that? Hey, I saw that, Fred. So
Start taking shots.
So
Now, there you
I'm
go.
a few into it already.
He's already into it. But Dave, did anybody ever tell you look like a country singer?
Oh Lord, which one?
Mark Wills. You ever heard of Mark Wills, the country singer?
I have not.
You could pass for his brother because you look like him. But
I'll
anywho,
take it as long as
all
the
right.
money comes
Tell
with
us
it.
what you do, what you drive, and when's your next race, Dave?
Well, David Gates. I'm from Southern Maryland. I drive the 300-mile-an-hour Crossfire Jet Dragster.
Oh, Jesus.
Unfortunately, my race would have been this weekend at Maryland International Raceway for Jet Wars, but that has gotten canceled, and hopefully we can get scheduled back in so I can come in and put it on a show for the hometown fans. But my next race will be in Byron, Illinois, as of right now, which will be July 31st through August 1st. That will be at the legendary Byron Dragway. They host a wheel stand competition there every year. This year we will be there for the Summer Thunder Nationals.
Now, where do you get parts for that motor, Fred? Where do you get parts for that, Dave?
I used to go to the jet, where we used to get the parts for the Air Force. Just gotta go over
Best
there,
place
yeah.
that we can find parts now is between other jet racers or eBay.
Job
A lot of
control.
people
That
don't
was
know
the
it.
name of
No
You can go
kidding.
on eBay.
I mean, you can't like go to a naval base where they have a graveyard and try and buy parts from them, or obsolete.
You can go to the graveyards, but the problem is those have usually already been picked through. You got to kind of find the people who do the overhauls on the engines and stuff like that. And you might be able to find some used parts. What we do is we use a lot of the red tag engines, stuff that's not airworthy anymore. Even though it's not worthy for the air, it works perfect for us. So we will have no issues going through overhauling the engine. We have to do everything ourselves, obviously, because we're not big funded teams. Everybody that does the jet dragster stuff is
What engine do you
kinda
run?
I got a
doing stuff
mechanic.
out of the- I'm telling you, he's hired.
What engine do you run in that one?
It's got a General Electric J85.
Okay.
It comes out of a T38, or
okay.
if
All
it
right.
comes
I was
out of
trained
a
on those.
civilian, if it comes out of a civilian jet, it's a CJ610.
Mhm.
It comes out of your Lear 23s and 24s.
Okay. Well, I mostly worked on the Pratt Whitneys,
Wow.
the C-141s and stuff.
Who needs Earl when you got Mr. America's Mechanic here? See, he's got some knowledge. But I mean, how much does it cost to keep one of them running, Dave?
It all depends on how hard you want to turn them. If you're going to run a percentage that's stocked with the fuel control right around 105%, you can last a couple seasons on an engine and not have to rebuild it. But if you want to start running the faster speed, start turning 109, 113% on the fuel control. I mean, it's going to eat up some parts. So you can usually get 2-3 seasons out of an engine. If you really want to lean hard on it, you're going to put a new hot end in it every other weekend. So it really depends on how deep your pockets are, how fast you want to go, and how often you want to do it.
And how often do you travel with your car?
It all depends. It all relies on bookings. If I have a 13 race season, I'm usually here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, leave Thursday, be gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come home Sunday. And, it could very well be that for a whole month.
Wow.
Earlier this year, July was looking like a fully booked month. I was going to be away every weekend for July. But unfortunately, Mother Nature has won the past 4 events with us. So we have been rained out 4 consecutive events back to
Way to
back.
go, Randy.
It's Randy's fault. I mean, he's
No,
here.
it
We
is.
can blame
Fred,
him.
you had a
so.
question from?
Yeah, I was just going to say the physics of the jet engine is actually simpler than the car combustion engine, and so it's
Agreed.
not. It sounds more complex because it's a jet and what they do, but you get right down to the physics of it. It's not that bad. It's
Yeah.
not
The
that bad
non
at all.
PG 13 version of it is suck, squeeze, bang, blow. That's
There
the
you go.
easiest way they work.
Huh?
Yeah.
That sounded X-rated. That didn't sound family related.
I said it was a PG-13.
That's what
No.
draw me into it.
Yep, you're allowed to. Oh boy, never mind. That's out of my range. Now, Randy, of course, said we had to get you on here and have you talk to us. Randy, now that this event is canceled, do you think they'll reschedule it?
I would say probably not, because the teams are on such a tight scheduling with other treks. You know, we're just missing out. I mean, what's your thought on that, Dave?
Jet Wars is usually not an event that gets rescheduled. Growing up at Maryland International Raceway, I've always been to Jet Wars. That is not an event that usually gets rescheduled. They try to keep it for right around the same time frame every year. They do have other events during the year that does bring in jet cars, but unfortunately, I'm not booked in for any of those races. And I want more, but my only race with Maryland International Raceway as of right now is Jet Wars.
Okay, Randy, what else you got going on at Maryland International that people would be interested in before we let you guys go?
Well, like I said, the Bike Fest is coming up here in July 24th to 26th. They're having a huge vendor midway. They're having about 700 or 800 motorcycles, 230, 240 miles an hour street bikes. They're having a sound and bike show, so that sounds loud to me. But I'm just so happy to get this speaker. We also have some custom T grudge races, and this track over in Colonial Beach, they have a little 8 mile over there, and when they pull the big cars in, they rent MIR and they have a spectacular show over here. Drank, Fred.
There you go.
There you go. So, and I'm just looking forward to October, because October is going to be, that'll probably be the next time I'd like to get on here, because I didn't get to talk about my friend Bruce Mullins. He was going to take on a Jet Funny car, but that's not going to happen. But he'll be at the Supercharger Showdown for some major grudge racing. They're going to have over 16 funny cars at this event. They'll have Altereds, and they're going to have a Jet Dragster there too. And who would that be, Dave? I don't really know.
Supercharger Showdown should be 2 Jet Dragsters. It should be Ernie Bogue with the Beast of the East and Dawn Perdue driving Scott Arriaga's Wicked Sensation.
Wow.
Well, there you have it. Any sponsors you want to mention, Dave, before we let you guys go?
I just want to thank everybody for their continued support. UPR Racing Products, Leonardtown Ford, James Atkins, and the crew over there that has helped me out, with getting T-shirts ordered and all that good stuff. Obviously, I got to thank Dennis Roslansky. Dennis Roslansky is a legend when it comes to the jet car industry. He did not have to give this kid from Southern Maryland an opportunity to jump in a jet car, but he definitely did. And, for 5 years now, I've had the opportunity to pilot a car for him, and it's been an absolute honor and a pleasure.
All right. Well, we got some other things we got to do here. We appreciate you coming on. Open door policy for Randy's family, and you are now too, Dave. So good luck in whatever you do. Hopefully we'll get more shows, and we're getting rainouts too. So we appreciate you guys coming on. Thanks.
Sounds great. Thank you, Nick.
Thank
All right.
you.
We'll talk to you guys later. Be good.
See y'all.
Well, there you have it. Fred, I got you a job at
There you
working
go. I'm
on a
in.
jet car. See
I'm in.
that? Now I got to go over here. Now everybody,
Don asked me what I was having. I got a Manhattan here, Don.
everybody knows who the dirt merchant is. Michael Hastings. Mike's been under the weather. He's been fighting different things. I'd say for the last year or so. He was back in the hospital. Darlene said he's probably going to get out Friday, so we got to send some well wishes out to Mike. Mike's just one of them guys that loves racing, loves selling his stuff. We carry the dirt merchant banner here on Wide Open Wednesday. Mike's just one of them guys that loves racing, does whatever he's got to do to support racing. I know it's killing him not to be able to go to the racetrack. He would have been at Bridgeport last night. Mike, we're thinking of you, buddy. We love you. Darlene, you need anything, you give us a call. And we got to take care of our own gang. And Mike's definitely one of our own. And we're sorry he's under the weather. Hopefully they can get it right and take care of him. So we'll see what happens. But we're going to take another pause for the cards, and we're going to come back. Hopefully we'll have our driver of the week.
Up next, we have Fletcher's Garage. That's right, the main sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday, and they are located at 480 Hood Boulevard in Fairless Hills. Their phone number is 215-295-4931. And their motto is, if they can't fix it, it's broke. It's home of America's mechanic, Fred Fletcher, and he also does Need for Speed on WBCB on Thursday mornings. So keep an eye out for Mr. Fletcher, America's mechanic. Also, we have reliable consulting, sales, training, and marketing brought to you by Chris Bennett. His phone number is 215-206-9053. We thank all our sponsors for participating on Wide Open Wednesday.
All right, hold on. We got it. Where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, we did start a new segment. It's called Ask Earl.
Let's talk about one of our proud sponsors, and that's Five Peaks Media, brought to you by Craig McGill, 668 Woodburn Road, Langhorne, Pennsylvania, Suite 201, the same suite that Wide Open Wednesday is in, and their phone number 609-577-7996. Craig McGill, we call him Magic because he creates the magic behind the Wednesday. Whatever you need, whether it's for social media, your business, anything you need. He's been with CBS, the NFL. He's done it all. He's a master at his trade, and he can definitely get the job done if you need anything done in social media. Why is having a director important? Greg will tell you why, because he does his best work behind the lens. Do you want your message out there to the world? You got to go with Five Peaks Media. That's right. Get a hold of Craig McGill. Come on over and see us. This is why we do what we do, because we have magic.
Hold on. Now, Dominic, supposedly Dominic Antonelli got some new tires. I hope these were the ones he got.
And Dom, the tire rule is you have to run the Mucho Macho tires. I know Earl doesn't know what that's about.
I know what that's about. Fred, would you like to relate about the Mucho Macho tires?
Yeah.
They will be on sale. Fred's going to be selling them.
Yeah. I always say when I do my show that I won't sell crap tires.
Okay.
I was trying to price out a Z-rated tire, and I went on my distributor's website. So I'm looking, and the number one tire, and it was like $58. Yeah, $58 a tire. It's called the Mucho Macho All Season Rating. That's like as off-brand as you can get. I'm like, who the hell would put that on their car? A Mucho Macho tire. The next rated tire was like $265. So tell me how good that Mucho Macho tire
but
is.
if you get the Mucho Macho tire, do you get to dress up like Randy Macho Man Savage?
Yeah, you could do that, or one of the Village People, or whatever you want to do.
Clip that.
Get Dom be a cowboy.
Oh my God, I could see Dom dressed up as one of the. Never mind. This is going way off base here, and I ain't even had no bourbon yet. I'm drinking coffee, Earl.
Yep.
My coffee.
So,
but yeah, that's great news, Earl, about Wall Stadium.
Looking for a dependable garage door service? Call All County Garage Door. Family owned, serving homeowners for over 12 years with more than 40 years combined experience. From garage door installs and opener installs to maintenance and repairs, they do it all with honest, reliable service you can trust. All County Garage Doors is the proud sponsor of Lightning Leon Bauer, who is a micro sprint standout and a quarter midget standout, and a former driver of the week on Wide Open Wednesday. So, if you want all what you need done for your garage door, you got to get with All County Garage Door. They are in Pennsville, New Jersey, and their phone number is 856-812-8304. All your needs, All County Garage Door.
And Randy Mania is running wild.
Hey, let's talk about roofing. Protect Roofing, protecting your assets 24/7, emergency service and maintenance. Their phone number 609-832-8300. Maintenance and repair, roof replacement, new construction, safety oriented, quality workmanship, single ply specialist, bonded and licensed and insured, full service sheet metal, and multi-time winner of the ESP Carlisle Award. And it's home of the number 30T driven by Rob T. So when you need your roof done, you got to get with Protect. So give them a call. Now it's time for our new segment on Wide Open Wednesday. It's called Ask Earl. That's right. You ask and Earl will answer. It's time for Ask Earl on Wide Open Wednesday.
Gentlemen, it's time for Ask Earl. So if you got any questions you want to ask Earl, something, you'll give you a history lesson. He's been stumped one time in his life, and that was by Mike Jericho. So let's see.
That was an old
Tom
picture.
is using the Mucho Macho tires, he says.
Dom said he's using the Mucho Machos. Oh boy,
All right.
they're the big ones, right, Dom? Yep, clip that. The legend. That's right, Michael Hastings. Michael Hastings is in the chat room, so everybody can give him some well wishes. He should be able to see him.
Hey, best wishes to Mike, and also thanks to Darlene for the nice words too. Very
Yes.
nice. You know, we always say it. Racing is like a family, and Mike and Darlene, there's a good example, right?
Now, this young lady was on last week in the chat room, Heather Noel. She runs the scale for Clayton, and she's been running it forever. And she always says hi to us on here on Wide Open Wednesday. So hello, Heather.
Hello,
And
Heather.
she ran the scale at Lacey when I drove for Clayton, and they were lined up for hours to get to the scale, only because she was really good looking. They didn't care about getting sand or anything. They just wanted to see Heather. So, and then Randy goes into the dressing room, and now he's got a Hulkamania shirt on. Look at
Well,
him.
brother, what you gonna do when all the Hulkamaniacs run wild over you, man?
Well, you need some of the Mucho Macho tires.
Yeah, there you go.
But
I see
Earl?
Andy. I got on there, and I remember Andy. Andy wanted to know if I remember him. Yes, I do. First time we met was at East Windsor in the pit area, down at the third turn end of the pits when Andy was running a street stock, as you were calling back then.
Andy
And,
Mull, right? Yep, number 6.
Yep. Andy
He
Mull.
made the sign, Earl.
Yes,
He
what
made
was
our
that?
sign, that wooden sign
Yeah.
up there. Andy Mull made that for us.
That's nice. So,
Yep.
hello,
Andy does a
Andy.
lot of good woodworking. He's a
Glad you're
great.
watching.
Yep.
Well,
So
it seems like quite a few years ago that we first met down there in third turn side of the pit area. Yep.
now, what's Dominic got going here? Earl, have you ever raced or what
Just
does
announced and reported.
just
No,
announced
just
and reported?
never raced. I did drive a TQ midget at Wall Stadium. Probably, it's gonna be 20 years ago. They had a like a media day, and that's when they used to have a TQ driving experience there on Saturday mornings, and they had a media event. So we could go down as press members and actually drive a TQ midget. And I did run. You would go out for like 10 laps. And kind of a funny story, you actually wore a driving uniform, you wore a helmet, and it was an actual TQ midget. It was scaled, the motor was scaled down, so you couldn't get too carried away.
Okay.
And you went out there just, one car at a time. And you had a flagger on the flag stand, and you also had one of their staff members at the turn 4 gate, and they would signal you,
Right.
after 5 laps to give you the cross flags. And of course, the standard upright flags for 2 to go, the white flag, and then the checkered. Then you pull down the backstretch through the third turn gate and stop in the pits, unbuckle, and you're done. So I went out there and I'm running, and man, I was focused, hands on the wheel, just watching my marks. And, I was running lap after lap, and I'm thinking, okay, this is really getting good. And all of a sudden I see the checkered flag come out, and I'm thinking, okay, so I eased off, went down the back stretch. And by the way, the third turn gate, if you're in the grandstand, it looks pretty big. When you're going down the back stretch and you got to put a race car through it, it gets very small. I don't know how they put the big cars through it, but I went through it to TQ up the ramp into the pit area. And I said, wow, why'd you give me the checkered so early? And the guy laughed, and he said, well, they showed you the halfway at 5 laps, and they were waving the 2 to go and waving the white flag, and you kept going. And I was concentrating so much that I never saw those flags except for the checkered. And I thought afterwards, that's what race drivers really do. Like, I could just imagine you're out there with 20 other cars, especially like modifieds, anything,
Right.
and that just goes to show how good race drivers are. And but that was my one experience at Wall, and I also took the driving experience at Pocono Raceway, getting behind the wheel of a scaled down, cup car,
Right.
and you go out there and you run like 10 laps. That was a great experience. And they said I got up to about 160 miles an hour on the front straightaway. So I don't know about that, but
You do that on the Parkway, Earl, with your Mustang.
that's it. So that's my racing experience. Now I've always been in the booth announcing, or in the pit area, or in the grandstand side, taking notes and writing stories. So that's my experience.
Here you go, Earl. Here's a question for you, babe.
If I could find any race car from the past, dirt or asphalt, what would it be? Well, if I had the opportunity to find like the original XL1 that gentleman Joe Kelly drove, that would be the car I'd love to see. That's from like 1960, 61, 62. That's when it had the big Lincoln motor. And that's the car that was built by Don House from Metuchen, New Jersey. Again, that was the original XL1 that Joe Kelly drove. And a gentleman named Al Gurham, who is a member of the Garden State Vintage Stock Car Club today, he was the right-hand man, the crew chief on the XL1. And that was one great race car. It came out of the Custom Auto Body Shop on Route 1 in Avenel, New Jersey.
Nice.
And, when I first started going to the races, that was one of the cars that really impressed me. It was
that's a
white,
cool looking car.
Rim. Yep. It was gorgeous. And
now, the 707 had a Lincoln motor in it too, right? One of the 707s. Yeah.
Yep. Paul Dizio, now Taz Nady drove it.
What car would you want to bring back if you could bring one back?
I've always been a fan of the Porsche 81s.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. The coupe.
The one that Billy Osmond drove with the stacks out the top.
Oh yeah.
There's definitely a picture of it at the garage at the Black Horse Racing garage. There's an 8x10 somewhere. I think Ace took it. Man, that is a cool car. It's just cut right. It's just the colors are right. Yeah, it's a really neat car. That's one of my favorites.
I actually thought about doing my car up as the 81 before we, first I was going to do Johnny's, and then I was
right. And the Dornberger 99 is one of my favorites too. Yeah, it's just then of course that 659 out front there. Doug gave that to us to show. That's pretty cool. Buzzy Rudiman's car, Frankie Snyder's car, of course Fred's car. But yeah, there's so many cars from back in that era with the coupes and the coaches, and before they went to the cookie cutter stuff. Them cars there were cool because you could see the guys in the cars. You can watch them driving. Pretty cool stuff.
I always talk about the coaches, and Lee McBride always he always brings it back to me.
Right. All right. Speak of the devil, and here comes Earl's son. Look at this. Billy, you got that smirk on your face, Bill. How did everything go this weekend?
Everything went good. Hi, guys. As you know, it's one of my favorite days of the week. Not only is it hump day, it's also wide open Wednesday, as I always enjoy coming on with you guys. This past weekend was spectacular. We had a great field of racers at our Pan American Nationals. You would have thought it was a national event with the amount of people that we had. We did do as little new things. We had horse racing on Saturday night, which went over very well.
Wait a minute. Where did they race and how did they do that, Bill? You got to explain that.
So basically, we had two stalls, and on the road, or Old Fire Up Road, which is on the pit side of the racetrack, that little road that's in between the grandstand and the track, that's where we were racing at. Fans got real enthused in it. They got really good into it, and it was a spectacular event. And we're looking forward next year to the Pan American National. Pan American just keeps getting bigger and bigger every year.
All right, now the weekend was extra special because of this, right?
Yep.
Tell everybody about that, Bill.
So on Monday, as I was at work, my older brother Jason decided to take my dad out to breakfast. As all of you know, a lot of you have been asking about how Dad's doing. That was the first time we were able to get him out of the facility since Black Friday. Most of you may not know, after Black Friday, we had to take him to the VA hospital in Lebanon. And then a few months ago, we moved into our facility in Exeter. But each day he keeps getting better and better. And we look forward to having him home soon.
Cool. All right. This week in drag racing history, Bill, let's have it.
Well, one of the big things that happened in this week actually happened 25 years ago this week. I apologize. I didn't get a lot of history things for this week because we were busy with post cleanup. But this week in 2001, after a great 27-year run, the R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company announced that after the 2001 season, the Winston sponsorship for NHRA was going to no longer be in existence. Also, at that same week, ESPN announced, back in 2000, ESPN announced a new 5-year contract with the NHRA that would last until 2015. And then also this past week, they also announced, this past week in 2001, they announced that NHRA Pro Stock Truck would be reclassified into Competition Eliminator as a Pro Stock Truck fan. I always loved that class and glad to still see it around. So that's a little look back at this week in motorsports.
How about birthdays, Bill? We got any birthdays?
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any birthdays this past week, and I do apologize to that. But I do have one special birthday shout out this past week. Martha Earnhardt, the patriarch of the Earnhardt family. As you know, when you think of the Earnhardt family, you think of Ralph, Dale Jr., and Dale Sr., but you also have to think about Martha Earnhardt. She was the one that led the family through all those years, all the heartbreaks that family went through.
Right.
And what a sweet lady she was.
What about,
And I got my
isn't
shirt
today Adam Petty's birthday too?
Yep,
Adam
Adam
been 46 today?
Yep,
Yeah.
Adam Petty's birthday was also this past week. As
Yep.
you know, another rising star
Yep.
that was taken from us way too soon. And I
Yep.
also think this week or next week is the anniversary of Davey Allison's fatal plane crash
Yeah.
at Talladega.
Yep. All right, Bill, what do we got going for this weekend?
Well, this weekend we have another great weekend in store for everybody. We have a great Friday night test and tune that's going to be taking place. And then one of my favorite events of the year, we throw back to the golden age of drag racing with the Geezers at the Grove reunion. That's our nostalgia weekend, aka throwback weekend. We're going to have a great
We're in. Yeah, we're geezers.
We're going to have a great selection of nostalgia funny cars that are going to be there. We're going to have front motored nostalgia dragsters there, along with gassers, as well as a couple great bracket programs. And then we're also going to be on Sunday. We're going to be racing for a good cause. It's the Race for the House. All benefits the Ronald McDonald Charities houses in Philadelphia. As you know, that's also another thing that's close to my heart. And we look forward to seeing everybody this weekend at the Grove.
See my T-shirt, Bill?
Yep.
Matty Gordon. I finally got one, and I got to thank Kimmy Page and Joey Payne, Joey Payne and Kimmy Payne for my hat. It's a Tony Stewart hat, autographed by Tony Stewart. They got that for me. Joey gave me that Saturday night, so I appreciate them doing that for me. Also, go Zach Brown and Denise Brown's birthday today, and Dina celebrated her birthday while we were gone. But Billy, thanks for coming on, and we look forward to seeing you next week, brother.
Anytime, guys. Thank you so much for having me. And now I'm going to go jump into the swimming pool.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later. Now, Fred's dad's under the weather a little bit. We got to send him some well wishes. He tried.
Dad was going to come out last week. He wasn't up to it, and then it turned out he ended up in the hospital for 4 days. Being a rockhead that he is, he needs some. He's been in AFib, and they keep trying to give him the pacemaker or whatever it is that they're going to do, and he don't want it. So being, old school, old man. So hopefully, I don't know if they might be watching. Paula might have been able.
All right, Pop. Look, just do what we need you around here. We got to get you in the studio.
Yeah, either that or I got to get out there. Or we got to get out.
We got to get out there, and then we'll
do a remote.
Mom's doing okay.
Mom is doing surprisingly well.
Okay.
Surprisingly well. I thought she would be the one, but
right.
Yeah, I have a doctor's appointment with her.
Sucks
But
getting
she's
old.
doing the alternative's worse.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear
you. It's been a challenge for me for the last few months, but they'll get there.
You'll know when the challenge is real bad. All that'll turn gray.
Yeah.
Right now, he's got color in his hair. When it turns white like mine, then that's all Nancy anyhow. But anyhow, don't forget tomorrow morning.
Need for Speed is back with Fred Fletcher, America's Mechanic, on WBCB 1490 AM, 107.3 FM, 9:30 every Thursday morning. That's right, America's Mechanic is back on BCB, right where he needs to be, thanks to you, the fans and the sponsors, and WBCB. So tune in Thursday morning at 9:30. I'll be tuning in. I hope you will too.
You can look for Six Finger Fred. He'll be live on the show on WBCB.
I only have 5.
Yeah, but in that picture you had
That
6.
AI is bullshit.
Earl, what's going on at Wall Stadium this week if Mother Nature cuts us a break?
Well, it's going to be a great night. It's going to be the Hall of Fame Champions reunion. And what a great lineup we have. I'm going to actually get my trusty cell phone here with a list because we don't want to miss anybody. Let's see. We have planning to attend on Saturday night for the reunion. We have an autograph session with these legends starting at 4:30 in the Grandstand Midway right by the Garden State Vintage Stock Car Club Museum. How's this for a all-star lineup? In no particular order: Gil Hearn, Tony Siscone, Charlie Crummer Jr., Chaz Okerson, Dave Michael, Derek Hopkinson, legendary car owner Dick Barney, Doug Walcott, Eddie Bone, Danny Bone, and Andrew Bone are going to be there. Eric Moriello and his wife Shauna, who raced at Wall Stadium and won modified features as Shauna Ingram, and then she later married Eric Moriello.
Yeah.
Henry O'Neill, who is a expert, well-known race car letterer, he'll be there getting deserved recognition. Jimmy Blewett. Let's see who else we have here. Johnny Lures, who began racing at Old Bridge Stadium and Wall Stadium in 1963, and he became a Wall Stadium champion. Ken Woolley Jr., Kenny Matlack will be there, and Kenny is bringing down from Long Island two very famous cars that Gil Hearn drove, the Black Bandit number 17 and the orange number 12, the Tom Durkin 12 that Gil Hearn won so many races with. Both cars have been meticulously restored. They were formerly owned by Big Marty Van Druten, who was on Gil Hearn's pit crew for many years. The cars over the winter were sold to Kenny Matlack and a friend of his. Both cars have been restored even more, and they're going to be at Wall on display to honor Gil Hearn. Kevin Ayers will be there. And again, as I mentioned, Bernie Bailey, his good friend, won many races at Wall. Tony Fronte Sr., the owner of the number X3 that the legendary Jim Hendrickson drove for many years. And then Tony's son, Tony Fronte Jr., and Bob Punzi, who was the crew chief on those winning cars. He'll be there. Who else we have? The Monjo family, Rich Monjo, his brother Joe, and Shannon Monjo. And let's see. And Tyler Truex, and probably more to be announced. Nick Shaw, that's another one. Nick Shaw, a former street stock champion at Wall Stadium. So that's just a few of the roughly 50.
I better get there early, huh?
Yes. Grandstand gates open at 3. And when you come into the grandstand area, make sure you go right down to after you get your seat, go down to the right, down to where the museum is, and you're going to see a display of vintage cars. Again, with the number 17 and the 12 from Gil Hearn, there'll probably be 8 or 10 more that are going to be there. Name I forgot to mention is Robert French, 28-time winner in the Legend Cars and a 2-time Legend Car champion. Robert no longer actively racing, but he's the son of another Wall Stadium champion, a great guy who passed away last year, Doug French, who was a former sportsman champion. Again, Doug passed away after a long battle with cancer. Robert will be back at the track on Saturday night. He's bringing one of his dad's restored cars, not a modified, not a sportsman, but for a few years in his very fine career, Doug French raced in the NASCAR Cup Series, actually ran 3 or 4 races with the Cup Series, even attempted to qualify for the first Brickyard race at Indy. And that car that Doug French drove in the Cup Series has been restored, and Robert is bringing it Saturday night to display there at Wall Stadium. So a lot of great things happening. And we have a 100-lap modified feature to cap it all off. So it's going to be
good. All right, let's keep our fingers crossed.
All we need is the weather.
Now, I didn't upload the picture, Earl, but we had a picture Saturday night after the races got over of Uncle Leo, and Uncle Bruce, a Corvette and a motorcycle on the high banks.
Yes.
What year was that, Earl?
Pardon me?
What year was that picture taken?
Oh, that I'm not sure of, to be honest with you. I saw the picture and identified it right away with Lee at the wheel of the vet and Bruce Van Noort alongside him.
I'll have to take a picture of it and put it up on our Facebook page.
Yeah, I'm not sure the exact.
Lee Greenwood and Uncle Brucey out on the racetrack. Lee Greenwood in a Corvette and on a motorcycle. And I forgot to upload it, but I'll definitely put it on our Wide Open Wednesday page and our other outlets. Pretty cool picture. I brought it home and they autographed it for me. That was the premise of getting the copy, to have them autograph it for me. So
Bruce Van Noort was the king of the demolition derbies.
There you go.
Stadium. Yeah. And
All right, guys.
he's an
we're gonna-
official.
We're going to do what we do, and Fred's going to go let the dog out of the box, and
Yeah.
we're going to do what we do. Don't forget, tomorrow from 9:30 to 10, Need for Speed with
Yeah.
Fred Fletcher. Earl will be the first caller. Me and Nick will be the second callers, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. To weather the storms here, gang, and God bless you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you tomorrow.
All righty.